Howdy all y'all. It's time for cake. I have been, no, who, me? Busy? No, that never happens. We know how lazy I am. Yep, we certainly do. Yeah, I've been doing some things. I may have mentioned starting a mob farm. Well, problem with that is, as much mining as I've done, and as much as I have honeycombed the heck out of this thing that I'm standing on, I don't have a lot of cobble. So I decided we needed to do something about that. And I put together a cobble generator that is one of my preferred systems for doing this sort of thing. It is extremely fast, and it is pretty simple and straightforward. What you need is a gate, and the gate sits right in front of what I like to think of as the anvil. Now, I have an extremely powerful pick, so I wanted to use obsidian, but you can use wood, particularly if you've got a pick that is not quite so advanced. Definitely don't use it if you're using one of them mods where you've got a thing that's a pick / axe / shovel, because it'll burn right through. Now, the lava's going to go right up here, falls down to here. Water is going to come flowing down to here and flowing down to here, and right at this spot on each of these two sides that are not closed to the anvil is where it's going to turn into cobble. This gate that's open is what keeps the water from washing us and our cobble away. Meanwhile, we just got this little kind of stair-step pattern, and we got a little area right in the middle here where we can put our lava. And I forgot to get water. I'm an idiot. First time this particular episode, but, well, y'all know by now it probably ain't gonna be the last. It could have a drinking game here. How many times is Kate gonna be stupid this time? Sometimes it's lack of planning. Other times, like this, I knew what I meant to do. I'd planned what I meant to do, and I forgot what I needed for it. So, let's go ahead and just take a bucket out of that reservoir. You all remember the reservoirs from the other day. We'll be talking some more about that. You might have caught something out of the corner of your eye right then and seen that things were not all as they might have been before. I'm also going to need a bucket of lavas, but that was not an issue. I knew I didn't need to run nowhere for that. Alright, so we got our setup, and we're going to come right up here, and I'm just going to drop this one thing of water, and there we go. There we have it. And then I'm going to take this one thing of lava, and I'm going to put it up here, in here, there, and boom. Ain't that sweet? Now here's the nice thing. This little area right where these two things meet, this is very fast. Even with a slow pick, this is a very fast cobble gen, because all you do is keep your mouse just right here and wiggle it back and forth tiny bit, and you just get ridiculous quantities of cobble in very short order. And the water is tending to wash it towards you and away from the lava, which is real handy. So y'all can see that just in this time, I should have checked to see how much cobble I had before I came down here. But I think I had about a stack and a half when I came down here. And you'll occasionally get some trapped over there or over here, and if you just walk up onto those little areas, it'll come out. So now I got about 2.5 stacks, close to 2 3/4. So maybe 30 seconds a stack, maybe something like that. Of course, it is not as nice as a fully automatic cobble gen, but yeah, I don't right now have the knowledge to do that, although I know there are some things in here that'll do it. It ain't so simple as, say, taking an item transfer node and a world upgrade and boom, super cobble gen. We have things to do. And I need to talk about some of those things to do and about power generation and whatnot. Y'all might remember me saying I needed more power because of how darn power hungry it was to make dimensions. How we doing here? Things are going pretty good here. Most of these things are approaching 10, 10, 10. I got my sugar cane up here, and this is all 10, 10, 10. But you can only see this corner plant where it says 10, 10, 10. The rest are all cloned off of it, and that one is not quite ready yet. This is my 10, 10, 10 potatoes, and I'm just starting to spread them out. So once that one is ready, which it should be any dang second. Come on, come on, come on. Stop being at 85%, darn you. Do I have any bones? These are just free-range potatoes. They have no particular breeding or provenance. Yeah, I'm going to waste a bone for this. Bone meal. And I'm going to go over there, and it's going to be already done, so don't need the bone meal. Nope. There we go. Now it's mature. That all of them? That's all of them. So here's the beauty of having these things at 10, 10, 10. You can see this is 4x4. And I want you to just watch my number 4 slot there on the window as I go through here, and all I have to do is right click everything. And I've gotten into the habit of doing this in little slow starts because I'm on a sky block and I don't want things to wash over the edges. Uh-oh, where'd it go? We're missing one. Did it fall off the edge? I think it did. There it is. There we go. 64 sugarcane. And you can see some of these are already at 57% again. I mean, it's growing back quick. It's growing back real quick. So that's pretty sweet. And I got a field full of cotton down there, same way. And that's why I'm working on getting all these up to 10, 10, 10. Oh, by the way, yeah, I've changed some things here. Now, y'all might remember this is just the SOG mill automation. Put stuff in this chest, it eats it, it puts it out there. Same deal over here for the alloy smelter, it puts stuff over here. I have replenished my basic ender alloy stacks, and I've been using this to smelt a whole bunch of other stuff, because that way I don't have to haul lava around. And you can see the sugar cane, I have just been stocking it up. Now over here is where it gets interesting. Now I have 2 reservoirs. And under each of these reservoirs is a vat, 2 vats. So I now have 4 vats total. And those 4 vats are feeding 4 combustion generators. And they're linked to this capacitor bank. Now that capacitor bank is no longer basic. That's a 5 million capacitor bank. And you can see I have 5 of them for 25 million RF. Oops, what's this? What's this? Well, this is basic capacitor banks. This is the old ones. And they contain 6 million RF, and I needed to load them up for a special project. So we'll be taking these with us, because we got places to go and things to see, and we need to have power when we do it. So I got a half dozen capacitor banks with 1 million RF in each one. That's a handy thing to stick in your pocket. Oh, I love this. Ender IO's pipes. I love this. This yellow one is power, and you can see that we got a fluid one going here also. And over here it's a little more obvious. Power, fluid. Power, fluid. So we've got these things. You can have multiple types of power thing in the same block. It is so wonderful. It's so nice. So, I was talking about maintaining dimensions. We're nearly at the stage where I think I have the power to do it. I've got a 25 million RF reservoir, and these 4 generators, if I've got potatoes and sugar in each one, they will generate, excuse me, if the vats have potatoes and sugars, only one of them is running right now, it can generate 60 RF a tick off of the hooch. So 4 of these is 240 RF a tick, minus 80 for the vats, because it's 20 RF per tick to run a vat, comes out to 160 RF a tick. So I've got 25 million plus 160 RF a tick inbound if I stoke all these up before I go. Oh, and then of course it would start raining. Well, the good news is it started raining right about the same time that it went dark. So real quick, gonna duck downstairs and we're gonna fix the problem. Okay, wrong way. Okie doke. Yeah, look at this. It's already, a lot of these seeds are already mature. And yeah, just so much awesome. So much awesome. I love it. So I talked last time about, I mentioned a Tigerlore, that the Ender IO farming thing cannot handle agricraft crops, but he had agricraft crops in here, and there was a thing called Ender IO add-ons. And I said I'd kind of like that so that I can automate these crops because I'm going to have a ton of them. And he put it in, and it's got an agricraft farming station, which is cool. And it requires diamond hoe, machine chassis, couple pulsating crystals. That's going to be dicey because I need more ender pearls to make pulsating crystals. But the other thing it needs down here is a farming intelligence module. Alright, a Z-Logic controller, that's basic Ender IO. We know how to make those. Ender IO add-ons, a farming base module. What's that? Whoa, what's this? Chassis plates, capacitor-lined housing plates. Well, this is easy enough. It's a machine chassis and a bunch of iron. Okay, fair enough, we can do that. But it gets a little crazy right about here. Okay, conductive iron, electrical steel, organic capacitor shells, and organic capacitor gel. Well, oh my God, it comes off crops. And in fact, it only comes off crops. So this is why I've got my half dozen basic capacitor banks. And it needs to be sited on bedrock. Fortunately, I did plan ahead for this one. Y'all gotta excuse me, I have to cough up a second here. I reached the mute button in time for that. So yeah, capacitor seeds, and it generates basic capacitors, double layer capacitors, octadic, organic capacitors, the gel, and the shells. But it's got to be on bedrock, and it's got to be planted on basic capacitor banks like it was soil. However, there's even more to it than that. Where did it go? Oh, I need the seed thing. That's it. Alright, so the seed is made from a basic capacitor, some dirt, some soul sand, bone meal, and any 3 seeds. Fair enough, but here's an issue. They need to be grown on capacitor tank, surrounded with dark iron bars anchored to bedrock. They need very bright artificial light and don't like sunlight at all. And here is an image. So we can see here that we've got our lights up here, and we've got our capacitor seed crops down here. So, and dark iron bars all around it anchored to bedrock. This is a project. Y'all can see I have 32 dark iron bars. I have half a dozen basic capacitor banks. Y'all figured out where I'm going to get the bedrock yet? Yeah, I didn't think I was going to mine all the way down to the bottom of the Blackstone dimension, but the Nether I will. So, speaking of which, hi there, Mr. Piggles. Aw, man. Messed up my pumpkin seeds. Oh, easy fix, easy fix. Let's see. You go there, you go there. Alright, we'll just start that up again. I broke. That's interesting. Apparently y'all can break the dimensional portal to the Black Rock dimension. Can I go back through it now? Huh. That's wild. And it ain't in quite the same place. I don't think I put it back down in quite the same place. Alright, well, let's try moving it again. See if we can't get it centered in that room. Huh. Nope. It wants to stay here. I could do something really risky. Yeah. Well. Alright, I like symmetry. What can I say? Okay, that works. That's better. Man, that's crazy. A portal y'all can pick up and move. That's real crazy, I gotta say. Okay, so we gotta make these seats. Let me dump this tomato over here. And we got zombie head. Well, I'm not going to be shopping when I'm down there. It's not like I have to worry too much about what I'm carrying. Okay, as long as I got my capacitors and I need the seeds. There you go. There you are. Capacitor seeds. So I need any 3 kind of seeds from Pam's. Some bone meal, which I got. A basic capacitor. And a couple soul sands. So let's hash out that basic capacitor first off. We're going to need a gold. Nope, we're going to need a copper ingot. We are going to need a gold ingot because we're going to need to crack it for nuggets. And Mr. Piggy kindly devoted a nugget himself to the struggle. And we're going to need a couple of redstone. So we're going to go over here and just, whoops. There we go. Put that together. Alright, so now we got this whole row. Do I have dirt? I think I got dirt. No, I got soul sand. There's some dirt. And all my nether stuff's over here, so there's some soul sand. So now I just need 3 seeds from any kind of Pam's type stuff. So let's see. I got a lot of tomatoes. I got a lot of tomatoes. All right, fine. We'll do that. 3 seeds. There we go. Now we ought to be able to just do this and this, and there we are. There's our capacitor seeds. Now we're missing just one more thing. We need a light. So, let's see here. Lights, lights, lights. We need another basic capacitor, 4 silicon and some glass, and some glowstone. Well, I know I got the glass. Gonna need to run a new stack of it soon, though. I'm running a little short. So let's do this all over again. We need a couple of them. Gonna need some glowstone. And gonna need all of our capacitor fixings again. Is that everything? What am I missing? Here, like... Oh, 4 silicon. Okay. So let's do this. There's that. And I need to make that. And Shazam. Alright, so there's our powered light. Okay, light's a large area when supplied with power and a redstone signal. Okie doke, so I'm going to need a lever to give this thing a redstone signal. There we go. Okay. So, let's do this. It is Nether time. Ah, the wonderful sound of a whining ghast. They make the most obnoxious noises, I swear. You know, I really should start using my jetpack more. I mean, I got the thing to charge it now, for crying out loud. I got 25 million capacitor reserve. That's just a wee bit excessive, I'd say, for charging this small jetpack. I think that's part of the problem. I'd want a larger jetpack. I don't want to get stranded over lava. Oh, I hate those guys. Pardon me. He has to die. The problem I have with these fellas here is that Doggone it, pig, I need you to move. There we go. Excellent. The problem I have with these fellas here is that they look an awful lot like these fellas here. And these fellas are harmless. But those other guys will end your day. They are creeper kind of things, except that you hit them one time and they immediately detonate. It's like hitting a water balloon or something. So, yeah, they're bad. Don't like them much. But yeah, I've made my way to bedrock. It's a little bit of a, it's not the best route that could possibly be made, I'm sure. But, oh, hello. Whoa, hi there. Of course you'd come at me when I'm on soul sand. Ooh, and of course I would back into a creeper. Probably one of those red devils from the look of things. I'm gonna run away. Oh man, you guys pursue a long way. Alright, fine. Going back for the experience. Whoop. Because I always need more experience, right? Right. I really feel like gas should only whine if they're relatively close to you. I mean, this 100 block radius thing is obnoxious. If they got line of sight, they're making their attack noise. Alright, I can see it. I can dig it. I can understand. That's important. But I don't want to be hearing this squalling just because there happens to be a ghast within 100 blocks. It's obnoxious, frankly, is what it is. Alright. I don't actually need to go up there. I kind of know where I'm going, sort of, kind of, maybe a little. I think. Yep, there's my other markers. I have markers going up and over the hill. I'm just like, oh, the heck with that right now. I don't want to. Yeah, that's right. A gas blew that up last time. Okay, here we go. Whoa! And that's why that is made of cobble. So yeah, I came down here, and y'all can see I was mining things out the hard way, and then I hit this lovely little tunnel. And I came down here, and I started mining again. And what did I hit? I hit a passel of nether silverfish. I mean, there were dozens. It was awful. So, be real careful mining around in the nether in here. It is bad. I mean, it is really, really bad. So now I'm going to do the thing you should never do. Oh, I can see what I'm doing. It's cool. I was going to say mining upward, but yeah. Alright, so there's our light. And I need a power source or a switch. I need a switch pointer to that. Ooh, party. That should last a while, I figure. So let's lay these down. One of them goes right under here. Alright. So that is our farm, as it were. And now I have a lot, I mean a lot of this stuff to lay down. Gotta be careful not to have to fence myself in here. Man. This is some crazy requirements here, I have to say. Okay. So, I'm going to put down my capacitor seed. This plant cannot grow here? What? Is that because it doesn't have enough... does it need the dark iron stuff contacting it or something? I can't grow it in a cross shape? I bet you that's the problem. Let's try this. This plant cannot grow here. I really don't like seeing that after the amount of effort invested. I mean, when I say effort, but what I mean is the amount of dying I did. Okay, I'm going to put another one of them there, and another one of them there. This plant is fertile and can grow. There we go. There's our problem. Now, the real problem, of course, is how long is this thing going to take? See, the drawback is this seed is not yet analyzed. This plant is fertile and can grow. Growth stage 0%. Now, that capacitor has plenty of RF in it. Let me do a thing here. Output. Yes, maybe. Let me look at the thingamajig again, the image there. The problem, as I was saying, is that in any normal kind of world, y'all would go down to bedrock and plant them on a capacitor bank. Okay, I don't see any special... The capacitor bank don't seem to have any kind of settings there, if you see what I'm saying. But it's not growing. Anyhow, what I was going to say is that... I'm going to move this. What I was going to say is that... There we go. The normal procedure when you would be growing something like this, I assume, is that you would be doing it in the overworld, right? And in the overworld, y'all would have a access to bedrock, which we do not have in SkyMyst, and things would grow just fine while you were anywhere within X number of chunks of your base. But here, I have to do this in the Nether, or perhaps on some other world if I had waited to do this until there was like multiple dimensions. So that means I have to hang out in the Nether in this particular vicinity until I can sort this out and it's actually growing. Okay, I am going to do that and that. I'm fussing now. I admit it. I'm fussing now. And what I'm fussing about is that this is not growing. And I believe it may have to do with the fact that Agricraft may be saying, oh, there's a block immediately above it, there's no room for it to grow. I don't know. Anyhow, it's sitting there at 0% and it's not growing. It says it's fertile and can grow, and I appreciate that. That's what I want to see. But I am concerned, should we say. So, fortunately, we are hitting the 30-minute mark. 14%, growth stage 14%. So there, it is actually growing. So we're hitting the 30-minute mark, and I'm going to shut this down, and I will see you next time, and hopefully we will have some capacitor seeds growing. Y'all have a good one. Tell all your friends. Cake's good for you.